Hi, Lauryn. Okay, it's me. Okay, then uh, we will do the 12 months reading later. So now I'll answer your questions first, one by one. Okay, will your marriage last? So I have these cards for you. Initially, it was a good marriage, a good place, but later on becomes like that. Okay, in future, it of course can be a complete family, but there are a lot of things you have to go through. But I don't, and it's not going to be easy one. Those are the challenges. One is finance, sufficient finance. Number one. Number two, the acceptance of both parties in their life. Apparently, you are at the losing end, and he thinks he's at the winning end, and he thinks he should lead the whole thing, and you should just follow and keep quiet. Simple as that. Okay, so that's the problem here. And the third, he thinks he's right, but when he is in trouble, he's in the wrong side, he just keep quiet, and he doesn't tell. So that's the problem, the egoism. And of course, on the other hand, the problem here is even so that's the problem. So even though it's like he forced you to keep quiet when there's problem. So at the end, we couldn't even couldn't even talk back or tell him like how to solve the problem. So this is the thing, and that's the problem, the main problem here, the egoism from him, and which he doesn't allow or even listen what you say. So that's the biggest problem here. There's a hope, but you have to go through that challenge. So only then things can become better. Otherwise, it's hard. Okay, then will you get custody of your kids? Okay, technically speaking, it's quite hard for now. It's quite hard for now. Why? You are being strangled. I do not know how well is your job. Apparently, you are asked to work harder in terms of a job, those things, so that it will strengthen your chance to get custody. Unless there are certain law, because in our side, our law is that any kids below 9 or 6 or 12, the custody will be automatically granted to the mother. So from here, in your country, I do not know about the legislation, but from here, it seems that you are lacking of this financial care, the financial capability. Hence, there is a possibility the court will grant the custody to the other half and not you. As of now, it is the current situation now. You could change that by proving yourself of your finance. Okay, so initially there would be a failure, but you could change your path by having a stronger financial stability. And also, you must also show how much care you can give for the kids, for the custody. You need to strive for it and fight for it. And those are the difficulties you are going through, and then you get your custody. So it is quite clear for this one, the custody. As of now, as of today, you can't get unless you do changes, fight for it, like your care, your competency, how good you are, in terms of taking care of yourself. That's number one. Number two, when you have taken care of yourself very well, how well you can take care of the kids. Can you take care of the kids emotional as well? Can you take care of the kids in terms of financial as well? Those two things you must put into your case, in your custody case. And then the third one, will I ever find someone who treats me right? Actually, this year you have someone appears in front of you, but the problem is the past. Your past means this one, the current one, actually trying to block you. It's like it doesn't allow you to go out it doesn't allow you to actually to have a new relationship, because your subconscious is always there, and probably you may have son or daughter, and those, I mean, from your son or daughter would be another obstacle to it, because I see the moon and Ace of Cup and the Eight of Wands. This year there will be people whom you like, and they may meet you. So, and those are the obstacles whether they can accept or not. And also, you need to let go your past. The past feeling, you haven't let go of it. So you really need to let go, and then only you can actually go with the new person together this year. There are chances for this year, and even better is next year, because next year is that you already accepted. Most likely you won't be able to have your marriage between you and him, most likely will come to an end. Okay, and then you will meet new person again next year. It seems that the new person would be better next year, but anyway, one step at a time. For now, it's that I see the marriage most likely won't be able to last. Okay, because it seems that next year, because next year I see some ending in your current problem. So it will be the extreme one. So it's either get back together in a very good term, or divorce. But most likely it's a divorce. It's not really, I don't think it's going back to the good term. And I have found someone this might actually love me. Okay, your husband actually did love you before, but the problem is that both refuse to talk to each other for the problem. He thinks his problem is bigger than yours, and you think, yeah, how big you are. You are just having your jobs there, and you may look very good out there, but when you are in the home, you are still a man, a husband, a father. But he doesn't understand the role, so that's the problem. So the egoism in him is very strong. So, and then I think you just gave up. You don't want to talk about it anymore. I think you tried a lot of times, and in fact now you are trying to seek for justification, whether your justification is correct or not. Okay, so that's why the card here is that there may be a time for this year, as if it will recover, as if it will go back, but it's a false positive. I do not know what he's up to, but there's a situation that he may come to you again, as if ask for a reconciliation, but end up it's a 50-50 thing. So because at the end you only have this card. This is the one where it's time to let go, to remove the rotted things from your life. So most likely it's your husband. So in the overall sense, it seems that likely the marriage won't last. So now before proceeding to the what's that called, one second, let me look at your man's picture. I'll give you a compatibility test, so to see what he thinks. Okay. A very strong disagreement, and also the misunderstanding as well. Okay, I will put the 12 months reading in another video, so you'll have to wait. I don't want to mix things up. Okay, for now the compatibility test is like that. This is him, this is you. He has his passion in his job. He did well, but not in the family. And you are taking care for the family, and you are doing that very well organized, good. But he thinks those are redundant job. It's very simple, but it's not really simple. So that's the thing here. Again, it's like going back to the same point. How to actually reconcile these things together. And the current situation now, it's like that. He doesn't appreciate. I think you did try a lot of times, but he still couldn't understand. So apparently it seems that it's like almost an end. So this year there may be a chance that he may come back, but and turn out his thinking is not there. It's not open. It's only about me, I. He never think about how about others, how about you. So that's the problem. You are now actually, your subconscious mind already tell you, like you did a lot of times for him, try your very best. So you are now on the way to free yourself from this problem. It's already there, so just go on with it. And now I think he wants to like try to get back to you again. Okay, the feeling is there, but you need to know the justification. Okay, so whether the relationship it's worth to be maintained or not. Okay, so yes card. No, I shouldn't do that. This one can be discarded. So what's the future of the whole relationship when both of you trying to go back together again? I will go back, I will do a 12 months reading for you, don't worry. So that's another video. So actually you earn double. Okay, so this is the future reading for you, just for you. Okay, now the thing, that's the last reading for this video. Now that's the problem now. If you go back to him together, it doesn't guarantee whether both of you can go together or not, but what can guarantee is that both of you will before going back together, a huge fight will happen, a huge discussion, disagreement, very fierce will happen, and then it will come to an end, and then can merge, trying to merge together. However, after this, it comes back again. The problem comes back again because there's no balance in the family. It's more likely that you are this one, the hangman. You are being forced to shut up, and he thinks he's the one pity. He's the one playing the pity card. It's like he's like, oh, I'm the weakest one, and she bullies me all these things, and she thinks I'm not good. But in fact, what we call the silent abuse is there. So that's the thing, and you are being left nowhere to talk in future. So this is in future. So the root of all these things is the egoism. I, me. So that's the problem in him. If so, you probably would want to know how to solve the problem. You can try, but I don't guarantee actually guarantee and solution, because you know very well okay, to be honest, right, this hurdle will be the last hurdle, and it's not easy to do it. Okay, now I'm actually looking all your past and future. Okay. It seems that both of you got back together quite successful, okay? Because this hurdle is very difficult. But that's one thing before you could get back together. Okay. This time you're very smart. It seems that there's an outway for you to go back to him successfully. All these things, by giving him a chance, but I do not know if you regret or not, because this is a huge step. Okay, to be honest, can get back together, positive, but this time you are back playing smart. This time, if I want to get back together, I want my principle, I want my what we call that, I want my face, I want my principles, I want myself. I do not want to get treated in that manner anymore. If I continue to get treated like that, I would rather just be a single mom. I can take care of myself. If the court doesn't grant me the custody, fine. There are always T&C in the custody, which protects the mom a bit at least. So this is the firm thing you should do, and I think you are right. That's the thing. Of course, there's a tendency will come back to you, but you must hold strict to it. Talk about this, and you say, I can give you the 50-50. So this is the Queen of Pentacles. It's always a 50-50. I can give you the leeway, provided this. Now, you are being covered or what, I don't know. I mean, not you. I'm actually telling your husband. This is to your husband. Like, you are being covered or what, I don't know. I don't give a care or damn on it. But what you need to know is the family, me. If you can't do this, that, forget about it. So it's more likely your way of bargaining, talking to him is more to the Empress. It's more to, if you want, you just follow me. If you don't want, forget about it. Simple as that. Very simple. It's about you. It's you follow me, not I follow you anymore. Okay, so there's a tendency that you are talking to an heir, he doesn't accept. Okay, so the only condition is that to have the complete marriage with him. That's the only way. Otherwise, it is very hard. And then another one is the Sun. Sun is the key to negotiate everything, to open up the negotiation. For example, do you think the Sun wants to see us like that? Do you think the Sun wants to see you like that, like, let's say, come back home, giving that kind of face, that kind of tone, those things? Do that again. Probably you can just take your Sun together, okay, to strengthen that negotiation. So apparently it seems that even though the Sun has been misrepresented, or what you call that, like trying to giving wrong facts to the Sun or what, but apparently the Sun knows very well, like, he wants both of you together. He doesn't want like separated. That's your Sun. I don't know if it is son or daughter, it doesn't matter, but that's the one. Okay, so this one is temporarily without the 12 months reading. I will do the 12 months reading later on. Okay, thank you.